Alright. And just to summarize where we are for the YouTubes, we are back in Pathfinder Kingmaker. We've got Harem in the party who wanted to go visit this location for his quest. We're going to try to skip this. About half the party is currently tired, so we will have to rest before we enter that. They mentioned some kind of murder golem was there. Benny Muck is great at picking games.
Was a woodsman not unlike you. However, he favored dual elven curved blades instead of the bow. Belloc Nor was his fellow arch-knight, and he was an expert marksman. It is said that he could shoot the wings off a sturge at 100 meters.
Sturge?
Minotaur shit. Even if he was that good with a bow, why not just kill the sturge?
I've never heard Ekundayo just like say BS like that. Minotaur shit. Alright. Dwarven Fortress. Alright, so a bunch of dwarves went here. They had a key to the door of this fortress. They put the key in the door, and the door transformed into a golem and started murdering the dwarves. So we have got a fight on our hands.
Call to them.
Let's do that. Let's see. He does have a mace and all. I want to make sure he stays back though. Sort by type. Can he use any ranged weapons? He can use a crossbow. Jathal's old dagger. There. Get this just so... there we go. Alright. And, okay, so we got that. Does he have the armor protection ability? He does not appear to. Shoot, so the tank's gonna have slightly less armor class than normal.
Anything is possible.
Alright, throw up the buffs. By the way, pet cat. Cat is unknown whereabouts. I did not see the cat in the living room when I went to the bathroom, and he's not in here. I'm not sure where he's chilling right now.
Keep your eyes open.
I don't think I'm gonna need to lay poison for fighting a golem, but we've come this far. Let's just get the whole thing. All right. Summon some direwolves. All right. Quick save. That must be the golem in question. And there are the dwarves that are stuck and waiting for rescue. Look, look, help has arrived, hurrah! Praise Torag. Praise Torag. And our dwarf hates Torag.
Let us strike as one!
Alright, so start song. And start that. Let's do all of this, and you guys all attack. Whoa, he just hit her for 49. Oh, we got a knockdown. Oh my god, easy. We landed a knockdown on him. Is Harem gonna use like Grota's power? So Harem used to worship Torag, who's a goody good god. Now he worships Groatus, which is the god of the end of time. So he can like age and disintegrate things. The golem freezes. Inside it is something vibrates in harmony, and the dents left by your weapons quickly repair. Harem approaches the metal monster and examines it from head to toe. An invincible idol made of indestructible metal, another proof of our empty pride. Every master wishes to create something that will outlive them, but why? So that their creation will live on a short while returning to dust with the rest of the universe? Ha! Masters. Masters. What? Harem pulls the key. To his surprise, the whole lock comes out of the golem's body along with the key. As Harem stands amazed, the monster falls to pieces, as if it were not made of the strongest metal in the world, but of rotten wood. Hail to Baron Mukluk! Saved! We were so nearly done for. Praise Torag. One of the dwarves, clearly their leader, a gray-haired man with a massive symbol of Torag around his neck, jumps down from the hillock where the dwarves climb to escape the golem. He looks at Harem when he's done, astounded. How? How did you do it? That's impossible. Impossible. I don't know. I don't. Harem, you've broken metal with your bare hands before. What? When did that happen, Mukluk? Oh, wait. Are you talking about the anvil? Yes, I did do that, but why? I asked Grotus what it meant, but received no answer. Harem pensively wraps his beard around his finger. Who are you? The dwarf turns to you and bows ceremoniously. Forgive me, your grace. The surprise made me lose all my manners. My name is Jarmold Skjegi, paladin of Torag and the leader of the group. On behalf of our whole clan, I thank you for your help. Ekun bows to the paladin. May the father of creation never leave you. May he bless you, my son. And you must be Harem, the priest of Groatus. I've heard a lot about you and the unusual path you've taken. I would like to speak to you. You would like... Well, I wouldn't like to see you. We have nothing to discuss. This is just what I need, and listen to another sermon about Torag's greatness. The paladin replies to Harem's indignation with a humble bow. I am not so arrogant as to preach to a priest. Your faith is your choice. I am not one to question it. I only wanted to know more about your spiritual journey. In response, Harem only sniffs with contempt. Anyway, are you safe now? Yes, your grace. May Torag bless the soil you walk upon. You saved us. The Skjegi clan is in your debt. Alas, we have no treasure to reward you for your kind aid, but this is only temporary. Believe me, when we find a way inside the fortress and recover the legacy of our ancestors, you'll see that no one can accuse the Skjegi clan of stinginess. Ah, typical gratitude for Dwarven clans. Just so you know, Mukluk, when they say they're in irredeemable debt, it means they're just never going to pay you. Harem sneers bitterly. Look at them, Mukluk. Here they are, true children of Torag, greedy, conceited, unable to see beyond their own noses. They barely escaped death, and there they are, diving into its maw again, blinded by the glitter of imaginary treasures. I contemplated making them leave, but let us allow them to stay and continue what they are doing. If they are in such a hurry to dig their own graves, let us not interfere. Thank you. I see you've no love for your people or our god. No, don't be so quick to frown. I've no wish to preach to you. But I believe you said you broke the unbreakable with your bare hands. Please tell me about this. I think I have an idea of what power lies within you. The searing palm. Harem's voice sounds dull and lifeless. The magic anvil in the desolate Bronze Shield fortress desecrated by trolls. It was destroyed by my fist, as if it were made of sand or wood that had rotted from within, and only waited to be touched to fall to dust. Jarmold pensively holds his hand upon Torag's hammer, which hangs about his neck. Could it be? Jarmold, what are you talking about? What power hides within Harem? The touch of the Unmaker. This is a rare, very rare gift of the gods. It happens once in a generation. I can't say who grants it. Perhaps Torag, perhaps Groatus, or perhaps it comes from some other source we don't know about. It is the power to give death to things which live on beyond their proper time. Ill things created with a flaw, like the golem. Desecrated, like the anvil. The robust creations of dwarven hands that beg for death but must continue to exist. A dwarf blessed by the touch of the Unmaker can put an end to their suffering. Nonsense, I've never heard of this. If Groatus granted me this power, why do I have to find out about it from a paladin of a traitor god? The god of helplessness and cowardice. A gift of the gods. By Groatus, you prove it or you admit you're lying. Jarmold listens calmly to the stream of insults raining down on him from Harem. When the latter has finally spent his breath, the paladin replies, Yes, I can prove it. Lore religion. Harem, his words make sense. Maybe what you thought was Torag's curse was actually a gift from the gods, which your kin simply couldn't understand. Harem winces as if all of his teeth started aching at once, but then nods reluctantly. It is possible. But then Torag and his followers are even more stupid and blind than I thought. Just imagine, Mukluk, if this is true, the reason for my woe is not a curse, but the simple fact that none of my kin were wise enough to recognize a divine gift. The priest shakes his head and looks at the paladin. You said you could prove your words, Jarmold. I challenge you now. The touch of the Unmaker is not only the power to destroy. He can take the heart from an item, all the love and effort put into it by its maker. By the mercy of Torag, strike the golem once more, complete the unmaking, and show us its heart. Harem looks gloomily at the quiet golem, then shrugs and smashes it with his fist. The golem falls to fragments with a pitiful clink. Leaning down to search through the pieces, Harem takes hold of a shimmering blue jewel. He examines it and then turns to you. The priest's face is sad and baffled. There, a gift from Torag be he damned. So what next? What do I do with it now? If it's a gift from Torag, give it to his servant. Harem hands the jewel to Jarmold. Thank you for telling me of my gift, Jarmold, but do not expect it will reconcile me with Torag or with my people. If you find a way to make good use of it, fine. If not, it doesn't matter. You can keep looking for the entrance or go back to your mountains. I care not. Jarmold lowers his head. Thank you, Harem. I will make good use of this gift. I am sorry that everything turned out the way it did, but I respect your decision and won't try to convince you. Farewell. This guy is super patient considering how much Harem insulted him during this conversation. Gifts from the gods, curses from the gods. I'm starting to think it's the same thing. But thank you for coming here with me. I probably wouldn't have even talked to this Jarmold on my own, but now I have much to contemplate. Let us go, Mukluk. Let us leave these Skajegi to do as they will. Okay. Is there anything else here before I leave? So this is where they were going. Okay, it's caved in, so there's not like a dungeon there or something. Okay. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty.
Yes, I'm still here.
I don't know. Oh, I was like, why is this channel energy so weak? It's because the hat that was on our other healer that gave a big boost to channeling, he doesn't have that. That's why. Alright, that quest is done. Easy. Next up, let's see. Take Kaliki to the South Barrens. Alright, so we can swing through town and fix our party for that. Kaliki. Alright, so Kaliki is one of the... I want to say demon, but they're not demon. They've got horns. Tiefling? One of the Tiefling sisters. But the two of them share a body.
Rest, isn't it?
So you have to tell which one's which by seeing what color their eyes are. So I need to bring one of them to that location.
My strength fades.
No. Continue on there. Alright. So we will rest here, because it will be protected here. And then we'll check to see if there's anything to do at the mission table.
March, march. All I do is march.
Don't you think?
Top hat, Lindsay. Imagine that, King. You know, I always believed in you. You keep it up and who knows, in a couple of years you might even become an emperor. But that Armag, he and those creepy sisters barely managed to find the tomb. How are we going to find it? I mean, I suppose I have a bit of an idea, but I'm not sure. What's this idea of yours? Go ahead and share it. It can't hurt. We're not the first to live in these lands. Countless other people were here before us. Maybe they know something about the tome. If we could find some archives from previous inhabitants of the stolen lands, like the dwarves maybe. Truth be told, I really don't know where to look for them. But these lands are swarming with ruins. There must be an archive or two left somewhere. I mean, maybe, hopefully. We could ask the Tiger Lords. Sorry, but that's a dead end. I already chatted them up a bit, and they know about the same as we do. The tome is somewhere in Glenabon Uplands, and Glenabon is, well, you know, like, really big. I have scouts we can send to Glenabon Uplands. They can scour out the location for us. Seriously? You have your own scouts? Well, I don't know why I'm so surprised. You're soon to be a king. Find them. Let them search. I'll give the orders. Let's do it then. Let's find the tomb. We have to hurry. Who knows what Armag might do, given enough time there. Big shield. Valerie. Highland. The captain's usually untroubled face is dark with rage. Your Grace, please forgive me for distracting you from important matters, but you're the only one who can talk some sense into these hotheads. They had an argument in the middle of the street, yelled so much your subjects called the guards. But what can they do about Lady Valerie? Plus, Evold hasn't done anything illegal. It's not like I could put them in jail. Evold? Is that the character next to you? Evold the Silver-Tongued. A short, rugged man in a sophisticated garment bows ceremoniously. In my own person, your grace. Evold the Silver-Tongued, who once served as a court bard at the best houses of Brevoy, and has now traded in his golden cage for the free winds of travel. But I digress. This is, so to speak, sweet lady insulted me, if you please, in front of my audience, halted my performance, and embarrassed me in front of the entire tavern. Would you please be so kind as to rein this lady in? Valerie is apparently trying to control herself, but telltale red spots flare on her face. I noticed that someone pinned a disgusting pasquinade next to the tavern entrance. Something about a bright bird who lost its feathers. That's abominable insolence. Yes, I won't deny I'm guilty. I lost my temper, but who wouldn't have? What is a pasquinade? Evold gasped with indignation. Is that so? When I smothered this lady with exquisite compliments, I received only insults and jokes in turn. When I came to her with gifts, begging her to become the muse for my greatest work, I was ridiculed and sent away like a snotty boy. And now the moment I start to pursue my art away from this good lady, she seeks me out and says I'm guilty of spiteful slander. What shall I do? I'm but a slave to my inspiration, which is sent to me from above. Evold smooths down his hair and adds, and while we're on the subject of my poetry, it's really not that bad. Evold, did you really write a pasquinade about Valerie? He clasped his hands to his chest ostentatiously. Forgive me. Who would I be if I stooped to such low attacks? I won't deny that the cautionary tale of this lady could inspire me. How can you listen to this featherbrain? Of course, in the name of face of justice, he's ready to disown his own parents. And if I'm allowed to continue, let me say what this pasquinade was devoted to. The sad position of the arts in these lands, forgive my frankness. Anyway, the good lady is unlikely to understand what allegory and poetic hyperbole are. The captain shakes his head sadly. Don't even try, Your Grace. I'm afraid even Abadar couldn't get to the bottom of this ball of accusations. I feel like this is not a matter for the governor. For the Kingmaker, the Maid King. You, both of you, figure this out someplace else. Hell no, Your Grace. If this rude dolt brought me here, and since I'm already taking up your time, I need to make sure this lady's reined in. I need protection. Valerie's voice rings with rage. I swear another word from this lowly scribbler and anything could happen. I don't care who said what to whom. You are going to make peace now, right here in front of me. Valerie almost screams. I'm not going to make peace with this worthless paper stainer. Let him spend his useless time insulting the other bootlickers. Your tongue befits your beauty, my sweet. Truly, what is a beautiful flower's bud worth if it's worm-eaten and empty on the inside? Enough, both of you. First, you scared everybody in the tavern, and now you're embarrassing yourselves in front of the Baron. Apologize at once, if not to each other, then at least to his grace. I don't know what got into me, Your Grace. Forgive me this scene. Please forgive me, Mukluk. Perhaps I should leave to calm down and come to my senses. That's nice. You let some steam off and work some things out. At least now I can let you go, hoping you won't scare our good people anymore. Your Grace, I'll go too, but first, please keep an eye on Valerie. I don't know what demon has gotten into her, but she's not herself lately. At first she'd just snap, then she'd start getting into fights with everyone about stupid things, and now she's dragged this bard out of the tavern by his collar. I'm afraid it might come to real violence. What do you mean hasn't been herself? She got defensive. Can't say a word to her. We've been careful around her since the captain runs a finger across his face meaningfully. I'm close to ordering my lads to keep an eye out for her in the streets to make sure common people's lives are a little calmer. That word means a satire or a lampoon, originally one displayed or delivered in a public space, says Google. Okay. Alright. He delivered a long pasquinade at the expense of my friend. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I'll try to help her. If I were you, I would talk to the storyteller. One of my lads saw Valerie arguing with him. I have no idea how anyone could have a fight with such a harmless elf, but she did. Alright, talk to the storyteller added to the list. Okay. Alright, that's done. That's done, that's done, that's done. Okay. Exotic circles has to be harem. Ergot can only be Eve. Freed swords can only be him. I do not have any people for that. I do not have any people for that. Find any hint on the location of Armak's tome. Requires 30 days. Alright, cancel that. Okay. Alright. Close that.
March, march.
All right,
All
rest.
I do is march.
That should rest the whole party.
Not that I care.
Side note, Wrath of the Righteous added some 10 new archetypes, more story stuff, polished up the devil path, and I've been stuck for 6 hours or so trying to make edge a character. Oh no, you can almost begin. Your Grace, my stories are calling for you. The captain of the guard told me you had a fight with Valerie. The storyteller lowers his head sorrowfully. Alas, this is true. Believe me, I didn't want to fight, but my fool curiosity wounded Valerie's pride. I will apologize to her the first chance I get. What was the fight about? I asked Valerie if she still had anything related to the Eternal Rose's order from back when she was a novice. An innocent question, but she took it as impudence or insult. Please don't blame her. I'm to blame for what happened. Do you think she's been acting strange lately? What can I say? We're not that close. She has no interest in the things that matter to me, and I prefer the world of ancient heroes and old legends, not the fuss that's all around us here and now, so I don't have an answer to your question. But I know that those who consider Valerie a close companion might be hurt by her words. Yesterday I talked to Lindsay, and when I mentioned Valerie, I heard sorrow and tears in her voice. Maybe the tireless chronicler is having a tough time for the very same reason that you honored me with your visit today. Alright. How could you tell it was me? The old man smiled slightly. It's not so hard to recognize a ruler by the way he walks. No one in here steps as confidently as you, your grace. Alright, see ya. Okay, is Valerie in here? Yes, she is, actually. I'm surprised. Alright, let's tap quick save, in case I'm about to make this woman very angry. The only new option is get out. Alright, so I guess I solve her problem by talking to someone else? Deal with the bloom and the stolen lands. Okay. I think I'm gonna have a quest that's gonna involve Knock Knock. So I think I'm gonna have to level him and the wizard up. Alright, so Rogue. Dexterity. Get these. And... ooh, I don't know. Second? Not sure she's still in your throne room when she was walking out. Yeah, I don't know either. Improve 2-weapon fighting. Sure. Okay, level 10. And that's crippling attack, dispelling attack. Opponent dealt sneak attack by this character is affected by a targeted dispel magic affecting one of the spell effects active on the target. Oh, that's kind of neat. I didn't know that existed. Okay. Piranha Strike. Sure. Finesse training, daggers. Okay, level 12 rogue. I think this might be the last one. Let's see, crippling strike. Character with this ability gets sneak attack opponents with precision that the blows weaken and hamper them. An opponent with damage and sneak attacks also takes 2 points of strength damage. Okay. Alright, what about the... is it Kanara? No. Oh, God. No, cancel. No. Kalaki's the one I have to bring with me, right? I am so foreign to kineticists. Alright, just put points in whatever she's already got. Improved initiative is always pretty safe. Hypnotic infusion. Your blast sends electric signals to the target's body, scrambling synapses and causing it to become staggered for 1 round. Spindle. You throw a long, roughly 5 by 10 foot spindle of elemental matter or energy up to 30 feet away, damaging all creatures within. It's like a beam attack. Spray. It's a cone attack. Pushing infusion. Magnetic infusion. Synaptic thing, I guess. Extra random stuns, certainly not bad. Okay, aerial adaptation. Healing burst. Aerial adaptation, sure, just get that. I just want her to be functional. I'm going to be using her for a minimum amount of time. I've heard that Kineticist is really, really good. Like, it's powerful, but I don't really understand it, and I don't want to spend time on that right now, so I'm just trying to get her decent. Dodge. Oh, gosh, there's more. There's a wall. Create a wall of churning elements, flensing debris, or rolling energy. Anytime a creature crosses the wall, it takes half the normal damage from your blast. Crosses, not just sits on it. Alright, Spindle. Alright, last one. Con. Aerial evasion. Expanded defense. You gain that element's defense wild talent. What is that? Kinetic restoration. You bring an ally who died within 2 rounds back from the dead with a kinetic healer wild talent. Okay. Oh, battle res. Alright. And I got a ring from someone? A ring of security. Grants its wearer +2 deflection bonus to AC, +2 resistance to all saving throws, and 14 spell resistance. What? That's insane. Why did I have this just sitting in the throne room? Alright, so we are going to bring Knock Knock on an adventure. Okay. Where is Knock? Yeah, his gear is rubbish. Masterwork kukris. So daggers. Do I have any better ones? Punching dagger. Alright, sort by weapons. Mug, try going to your town, you might find Valsy around the tower. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. I didn't mean to zone out of the town. Right now I'm just trying to find weapons for this guy. Give me just a second. Okay. Adjusting my ceiling fan. Alright, I swear I had magic daggers. Were they just +1s? There's a short sword. Quarterstaff, those are all bows. Arcane Protector dagger. Okay, it's better than what he had. Falchion. Falchion, glaive. Jathal's old dagger. Has a higher crit chance. Finesse wielding. Mother's warmth kukri, mother's care. Oh my god, this is insane. Okay, well, I guess he's gonna be using these. One's ice and one's fire. Okay, armor. Alright, jewelry. Alright, let's see. Does she have... energy source? No, that's not what I'm looking for. Where's the new ring that I just looted? That's it. Look, where's this +3? +10 to movement speed. Let's see, this is a +2 dex belt. This is 4 strength and dex. Alright, do that. Okay. Alright, and then go back here and let's go to the town square, see if Valerie's there. Kukris have the best crit threat in the game for weapons that Knife Master can use. Yeah, I don't know if Kukri counts as a dagger, because I just got weapon finesse daggers, and that might have been wasted. And if so, I did not realize that at the time, that he was going to be a Kukri guy. Valerie is by there. Okay, I see her.
Not there.
Or whatever, try to talk to her. Doesn't count as a dagger, but weapon. Finesse will cover it. Still can't talk to her about what's going on. Alright.